Okay, thank you so much for joining us in Sportsville. It's a super Sunday, very beautiful Sunday out here. And of course, I know that Nigerians are expectant. And of course, everybody is very, very anxious. And here in the studio, we are equally very much excited about the game that will be going down today out there at the magnificent Cairo International Stadium. My name is Tony Obane, and of course, I'm going to be the pilot. We'll be taking in swingers from George Alo, who has been doing wonderfully well out there in Cairo. He'll be giving us a lot of stories, stories that you can't get elsewhere. And in the studio, we have very experienced, former Green Eagles player, and of course, you know about the baby in the house. Talk about Oluchi Tobechukwu, Tobex. She is here, and we have a lot of beautiful programs for you. We are going to X-ray the match that will be going down today, 8 p.m. Please take it, 8 p.m. Nigeria will be tackling Algeria, and that will be a fight between the Super Eagles and the Desert Foxes of Algeria. We've seen how Nigeria has risen, and in almost all their matches, they've just been rising steadily and swiftly. And I must say that today, we'll be giving you lowdown on that match. And of course, we'll be looking at Odion Ealo, getting personal with him. He's the linchpin of the Super Eagles attack, and of course, you get to know so many other personal things about him. We would also break down how many times Nigeria and Algeria have played, and we'll just get expert analysis that you cannot get anywhere on television. That is why Sportsville on this channel has always been the talk of the town. Just stay tuned, because when we come back, I'll just go through, introduce you to the beautiful analysts, people who know that will give you everything you need to use for a match that is beginning today by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Nigeria and Algeria, they will go for each other's jugular. Just stay tuned. This is Sportsville.
Mini-me, taste the fun.
Yeah, welcome back to Sportsville, and of course, a beautiful Sunday. And we just take you through top news, where you get to hear about different stories on different sports apart from football. But you know that the main thing is about AFCON. And we did say earlier that Nigeria and Algeria will be fighting for the soul of the final ticket. Who gets to the final, in one of the semi-final crackers. Nigeria starts by 8 p.m. But importantly, let me just introduce our guests here. And of course, I have baby of the house, Oluchi Tobechukwu. She has always been a very wonderful person. Besides female football, Oluchi is well-grounded when it comes to the men. Oluchi, welcome to Sportsville.
Thank you so much, Tony. It's so good to be under your leadership in this program once again. George Alo is in Egypt, bringing us the best of what others don't really know about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I'm sure that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, they have done, so much, at least to still have us in the race for the cup.
Thank you so much, Oluchi. My mind was almost skipping when you said, when I heard you were saying that it's good to be under me, and indeed I thought that was what you were going to say. But all the same, we have one other super player here in his days. Talk about Nicholas Ukadike, a man who was very rugged. If I remember Nicholas Ukadike, I remember Surugede, as in men who were very, very solid. Nicholas Ukadike went through many phases, many clubs. He played for the Green Eagles then. He played for Iwanya National. He played for Spartans, played for Abiola Babes. And of course, you can't take away playing for ACB. And today, Nicholas Ukadike is joining us on this program on a day that the Super Eagles will tackle Algeria. Nicholas Ukadike, you're welcome to Sportsville.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony, and thanks for having me on the program.
Yeah, welcome. And that's exactly how I'm rolling. Let's just go straight to give you top news now. And we'll start with badminton. A total cash prize of $25,000 will be on offer at the 5th edition of the Lagos International Badminton Classics, which holds at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall, Teslim Balogo Stadium, Surulere, Lagos, from 24th to the 27th of July 2019. From there, we go straight into women in athletics. And Oluchi Tobechukwu, is always taking care of the women once it comes to this. And Oluchi, please, can you just take us into women in athletics, what it stands for and what is happening with it now?
Well, it's just a congregation of women that have decided, to come together and actually name themselves the Association of Former Female Athletes of Nigeria, AFCON, under the leadership of Dr. Toyin Aluko. These are great women, that have given their everything in sports, during their active days. They represented the country in various sports. We have people like Choma Junwa, Tayo Popola, Tonya Aluko. We can't just keep calling them. They've done so well, and they believe that this is the time to give back to women or girls that are active in sports. And it's a period to enlighten them so that they will not make the same mistakes that they made. Also support them in whatever way that they can support them. It was a nice forum. I think it's a laudable project, and I believe that every stakeholder involved should also embrace and give support to them.
Okay, thank you so much, Oluchi. Talk about Toyin Aluko, of course, coordinator of Association of Former Female Athletes of Nigeria, AFAN, and she was a very wonderful secretary in her days. And let's get to hear from Dr. Toyin Aluko.
Coming out at this time has given a lot of ex-former female athletes to come together to give back to the society from their wealth of experiences. That even here we have somebody that represented Nigeria in 1964, for about a decade, and that's the beauty of it. It has given opportunity to ex-athletes that had been forgotten to be remembered, and we are ready to recognize them. We are ready to encourage them, because every one of us will serve as role models to the upcoming ones. When they see us, when they see what we are doing, they will put in their best in sport performance, knowing fully well at the back of their minds that after their sport careers, they will have people that will recognize them, and they will still be able to contribute meaningfully to sports development in Nigeria.
And from women in athletics, let's go straight to golf and tell you that Georgia Obo has once again set a new record as the first Nigerian to be ranked in the Rolex World Golf Ranking after the teenage sensation made a list as the 1,128th place golfer in the world. That's a very fantastic news. And with this development, the youth Olympian has become the first female golfer in Nigeria to get into the Rolex Golf Ranking. And from there we go on to getting personal with Nigeria's linchpin, the man that hates the attack of the Super Eagles. Talk about Odion Eyalo. We just go straight, getting personal. You get to know and of course hear and listen to so many things, concerning him.
Well, it's giving back to the society, because I know where I came from. I was born and brought up in Ajegule. I know it was very hard for me to be who I am so today. And seeing less privilege, seeing the poor people suffering and all that, I decided to give back. So it's a thing of joy, a thing I'm doing with happiness. And I think since I started doing that, God has been promoting me, and I never lack or I never sleep one day thinking of any money to take care of those kids. For me, it's just a normal house I built, and I'm happy. I did what I think is good for me, and I'm happy, that's it, because it's what my family is happy about, and I'm happy about. It's a project I love and I've been wanting to do for long, and I'm happy it's completed and I'm living the life I prayed for. I'm from Edo State. I love pounded yam and rice and plantain. Well, I listen to mostly gospel music, you know. The latest one I'm listening to is this Tope Alabi worship song, which I like most. And Nigerian music, I listen to Davido, Kiss Daniel, Burna Boy, Wizkid and all that. So it's always fun listening to that. Yeah, work hard and pray, always ready to learn, be humble, no matter where you are in life, no matter what success you attain. Don't look yourself as big, just keep working hard, and I think he has grounded me till today, because no matter what I have today in my life, I'm still gonna work hard. I don't look down on people, I just still live my normal life.
Refresh your confidence with the liquid filling of a Center Fresh gum. Center Fresh. Trust the freshness.
Okay, if you're just joining us, you are right on time, because we are going into the men things concerning the Super Eagles. And of course, this program, we are talking about Panadol Extra. And of course, Panadol Extra, they have just proven to be producing toffees. And the Super Eagles have been very, very toughened. All of them, they go through, they use Panadol Extra. And of course, if you are a toffee or you know one who has made life easier for people around them, visit Panadol Extra social media pages on Facebook and Instagram at Panadol Nigeria and share with such stories so we can celebrate these toffees together. It's something that you must do, and it's something that will be very, very refreshing, getting to celebrate a toffee. Panadol Extra is always behind Nigerians in every field that they do. And that's exactly how we come to the main topic of the day, talking about the match between Nigeria and Algeria. Head-to-head, Nigeria have drawn 3 and, of course, lost 7. And this will be Nigeria's 15th AFCON semi-final. Remember that in 1976, 1978, 1980, 1984, 1988, 1990, 1992, 1994, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2006, 2010, 2013, and 2019. As in, there is so much history. As in, once Nigeria starts in the African Cup of Nations, they go all the way. And once we have gotten to this stage, I don't think there is anything that is going to stop the Eagles. The Eagles have gone ahead to win the title on 3 occasions. I remember them in 1980. Nicholas Ukadike is going to tell us more about that. In 1994, and of course in 2013. That's the head-to-head on Super Eagles. And today, out there at the magnificent Cairo International Stadium, Nigeria will be fighting against Algeria. And Oluchi, just seeing that the Super Eagles started slowly, and of course they lost a match, so many people bade their thanks on them, you know, everybody just coming. That's, we don't blame Nigerians, because that is just the only thing that gives us joy. But the Super Eagles have, you know, recovered, and then, to me, I think they are unstoppable against Algeria today.
Yeah, I will want to agree with you. I think this AFCON has been very, very competitive in the sense that we've seen a whole lot of surprises. and we expect that, you know, meeting Algeria that we were also going to do. Although head to head, if you look at the Algerian team, no much difference, 9-7. That's no difference that you can say. They have a very lethal attack. They've scored more goals. Their defense is tight, so we have to be very careful. It's a North African team. They are hungry for goals. I think we have to be on our feet to do well against them.
Okay, thank you so much. Nicholas Ukadike, you were a player, and of course you excelled, and also you had very rich history once it comes to club size and even the then Green Eagles. As a player, what do you think will be going in the minds of this player? 6 hours to kick off, you know, what do you think the players will be thinking about? What will be running through their minds?
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony. I think if I were them, they should realize that the whole nation is solidly behind them. They are playing for the nation, not for themselves. And they have to think about winning the match. It's going to be a tough match. Commitment matters a lot. Once you are inside that field of play, you must play to play for your teammate. Not playing, not to play. You have to be a team player. Everybody must give 100%. Concentration on the match. Everybody must play. Unlike our days, we were determined to play. We will now come out, the whole players will agree, my friend, whether anything, let us go there and win this match. Knowing fully well when you win, something goes for it. Something like allowances, you use it to solve the problems. So let them think of playing for this nation, not playing. It's different from their club side, where they will have complete team themselves. These are players from different clubs being put together. I'm very happy today for the coach.
Okay, I think we have, Nicholas, we have seen the Super Eagles, they have raised their games, obviously. You know, we've seen them, you know, they raised their game against, you know, defending champions, indomitable Lions of Cameroon, and of course, you know, they pushed them by the side, and of course, they played against South Africa, giant killers, against host Egypt with Mo Salah, you know, the most efficient finisher, African footballer, you know, in the world. And of course, we know that he won the Champions League with Liverpool, and of course, Mo Salah will be a guest, you know, watching Super Eagles against Algeria today. I think the Eagles have really been improving with every other match they play.
They have improved tremendously, let me just be honest with you. Because if they had not won Cameroon when they were down, you know, Nigerians like victory. They don't have mind of defeat. Anytime they win, problems, castigations, blaming will not come in. So I charge them to go all out. Definitely they will win. Inshallah, today, they are going to be victorious. But the goals is not going to be much in that match. Because unlike South Africa, they played, Musa will make the whole run. And by the time he makes the final pass, nobody at the 18-yard box to connect. A match of this type, you have to go for any opportunity you get. If you get the opportunity to score, you defend that. You try and add another one. So they should play total football. So
I think absolutely that's how it is, you know, in the game of football. You know, it's very, very dynamic. And Ozoho was number one. Ezenwa was at the stage number one. And of course, Daniel Akpe was the most criticized of all the goalkeepers today. You know, as in, things keep moving, as in, that's how it is. And importantly is the fact that Nigerians are rooting for the Super Eagles, and for us to get the best, of course, information from Cairo. Our man, George Alo, is out there in Cairo following the Super Eagles and, of course, following Egyptians. George Alo, as usual, is ready to give us, you know, information on what is happening out there in Egypt. George.
Thank you, Tony. Well, let me tell you that the morale in Eagles camp is very, very high. The boys trained, they are staying at Le Meridian, just in Terminal 2 of Cairo International Airport. And the ambience in camp is wonderful. I must tell you that everybody is relaxed. They are highly motivated. You know that they've been promised so much ahead of the semi-final game. The promise from Otedola that and Atiu and other Nigerians that if they do well, is something that is equally motivating the boys. There is no injury worries in camp. The morale is high, and everybody is concentrating on the tasks ahead. And the Nigerian Football Supporters Club, they may not be united as we speak, but they are mobilizing the locals to support the Eagles. I must tell you that all the Eagles need now is prayers. Let us be united. The players themselves said Nigeria should be united, be on the same page, and support them so that at the end of the day, victory will be that of Nigeria.
Okay, thank you so much, George Alo. That's our man, George Alo. He's out there in Cairo. And, of course, he's following the Super Eagles and, of course, monitoring events out there, in Pharaoh's land. And George did make a promise when he left that he was coming back with a trophy. George is not one of the Super Eagles before he starts telling people that he played for Nigeria. But George is a journalist who has a knack, for getting stories that no other person will get. And George is doing wonderfully well. We're expecting that they come back with the trophy. And, of course, this segment was brought to you by Panadol Extra. Panadol Extra, they've really toughened the Super Eagles. And not only the Super Eagles, they want to also extend their hands to so many Nigerians. Are you a trophy, or do you know one who has made life easier for people around them? Visit Panadol Extra social media pages on Facebook and Instagram at Panadol Nigeria and share with such stories so that they can celebrate these trophies together. That's Panadol Extra, bringing joy to so many Nigerian homes. And, of course, in this segment, Panadol Extra have shown their joy and, of course, their love for Nigerian sports. Stay tuned, because when we come back now, we will just be winding up, because when we talk sports on TV, time is always Usain Bolt. That means it's always fast. Okay, thank you so much. That's Christian Chukwu, former Super Eagles captain, former Super Eagles coach, who has benefited from the Otedola Foundation. Christian was full of praise for Otedola and his humanitarian services. And Otedola was absolutely represented by the CEO, talking about Philip Akinola, and Christian Chukwu with the wife Lillian and his daughter Adako. They were all there. It was an emotional thing. Christian Chukwu said that after God, that Femi Otedola is his next God. And it was a very, very emotional thing. And Christian Chukwu was full of, wits. He cracked so many jokes, with some journalists who were there. That's thanking Otedola for all he has been doing. And may God continue to bless Otedola.
Refresh your confidence with the liquid filling of a Center Fresh gum. Center Fresh. Trust the freshness.
You are welcome back to Sportsville on this beautiful Sunday. Remember that the Super Eagles and the Desert Foxes of Algeria, they will be talk about in less than 6 hours. They will be out there at the Cairo Stadium, fighting for the soul of who gets to this final of the African Cup of Nations. We plead, and of course, that Nigerians will pray. That's just the only thing that we know how to do. Let's pray so that the Super Eagles will play, and just go into upcoming programs now. The upcoming programs, the producer has put it on their TV, just scrolling them. That's the upcoming programs. And this station, it's a very, very wonderful thing getting to talk sports here. And Oluchi Tobechukwu, the Super Eagles Algeria, in a matter of hours.
Tony Obani, I am expecting that the Super Eagles of Nigeria would do what the South Africans did to the Egyptian team. Let's crush the North African team with all the profiles that Algeria have for this particular competition. If not the best defense, very prolific strikers in front. Mahrez will be checkmated, and of course, give our young lads the opportunity to express themselves as we cruise to victory.
Okay, Nicholas Ukadike, and any predictions?
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony. I think I'm a Nigerian. We are winning Algeria. It's not going to be more than 1 goal.
Wow, that's a very tight one. 1 goal, and of course we pray that 1 goal will be for Nigeria. And that's exactly the size of Sportsville. If you have enjoyed us, please stay tuned, because we come here with so many stories on sports that you cannot get elsewhere. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.